Hello and welcome to my blog, the first blog post-election after what we can all agree on is a very surprise victory for the Conservatives with their overall majority. Actually the first time an incumbent government has increased their majority for some considerable time. So let's examine the impact of that on the housing market and on the prospects for mortgage funding for contractors. So one of the things that has been very cautiously received by contractors as far as the Conservative majority is concerned was the legislation that they were mooting regarding subsistence expenses pre-election and basically controlling these and paring back on these and not allowing a lot of these for tax purposes. So that's one thing that will impact the money in the pocket for the contractor potentially, but it's a matter of watch this space to see how that develops over the coming months. As far as housing is concerned, the Conservatives made a very strong pledge towards the housing shortage in the UK by offering to build more new homes over the next Parliament. Again, we will have to see what they will do to stimulate this area, but one would hope that they will restrict some of the existing planning restrictions that are faced by developers who are looking to build on particularly brownfield sites. So again, let's see how that one unfolds based on the first year in office. The other thing which is very close to a lot of contractors out there, whether you're thinking of moving or not, is the impact of the new government on a likely change in the interest rates. The key thing to watch here is going to be inflation. Unemployment has been dropping steadily, but inflation has also been dropping, which has meant that any immediate pressure on interest rates increasing has been stalled probably until the middle part of 2016. Now that we have a new government in place and it's a majority government, it'll be interesting to see how the markets react and what impact that has on inflation. If inflation starts to increase, it will put more pressure on the base rate going up as well. So we are still in a climate where we have record low interest rates on mortgages, particularly the longer term fixed rates. Co-op Bank in the last couple of weeks have announced the lowest ever fixed rate in the UK. At a rate of 1.09. Other lenders are expected to follow suit over coming weeks and months now that we have a bit of certainty regarding who is in power and the decision making, which you could have argued may not have happened if we'd had some kind of coalition government in place. So the mortgage rates will be very interesting for a lot of homeowners out there and indeed those who are looking to get on the housing ladder in the coming months. So the advice that I would certainly give is to review your own circumstances, particularly if you have a mortgage at the moment. One can never tell how long these rates will be around for, but one can also now predict that the financial policy that tends to underpin supply and demand of mortgage funding should be a bit more stable now that we don't have a coalition government in place. So I think there's going to be many long months of looking at what unfolds now. There are quite a few challenges in place for the new government, particularly how they deliver on their manifesto pledge. But watch this space and we will comment on this in coming months just to see what the impact is on you guys who are looking to get mortgage funding in the near future. Many thanks for listening.